Hey, good evening. How are you going? I wanted to drop in and see if you resonated with any of these four things, right? This is if you're on a business journey and maybe it's going a little slower than you would like it to be, and you're ready to hit those big income, big impact months. I'm going to help you understand why you're not quite there yet, right? So I have been in the last maybe 18 months doing a lot of these challenges, masterclasses, ways to bring people in front of me. So you get to experience what I do. You get to have these micro wins. And I've started to notice that there's four categories of people. And very few actually sit in the category that go on to create epic success. So the first category is interested, right? You're interested, you see the masterclass, you see the challenge, you see the whatever it is, you even register, but you don't show up, right? Or maybe you drop in for the first day and then, stuff gets busy and you don't show up for the rest, right? So it's like you're interested. You are interested. You have this goal in your business. You say that you want to hit a certain income goal or achieve a certain other goal, but really there's no commitment there, right? You're just interested and you are like really known for these things. You show up and sign up to all of these things, but you don't necessarily show up and actually commit, right? You're just interested. You're just window shopping. You're just browsing. You're not committed. So that's the first category, and that category is never ever going to help you to hit your goals. The second category is you're overcommitted. So this is where you actually sign up for all the things and you actually try to show up for all the things. And then in your head, you're feeling like you need to finish all the things and it's just confusion. There's too many things. There's too many strategies. There's too many mentors. And yeah, you're fucked, right? You're screwed because all your brain has is clutter. And that is never, ever, ever going to help you to hit your goals. And I often hear like a really interesting thing from people who have never had a one-to-one coach, and it's like they are overcommitted, right? And they're fearing committing to another thing because they feel like it's just going to be another thing that they fail to see through on, right? But actually, one-to-one coaching will be the one thing that gives you clarity amongst all the things as to what you actually need to prioritize, right? So if you're overcommitted, one-to-one coaching is perfect because it's going to help you see the wood for the trees and prioritize everything. But being overcommitted it's not going to help you hit your goals. Now, the third category, being committed, this is going to help you definitely, but slowly to hit your goals. When you're committed, you do actually sign up, show up, and then you will invest in some support. It's like you're committed, right? This is what you want to do. You will go the low ticket. You'll kind of feel your way in. You'll be thinking, I want to earn a bit of money before I spend a bit of money. You're committed to your goal. You see the goal, but committed is not going to get you to your goal fast, right? And the way that you're going to get you to your goal fast is to be fucking committed. And I got thinking about this while I was watching the UFC today. Obviously, I did Muay Thai competitively for nearly 10 years. And, I went all the way up to almost fighting for a title fight. I decided at the last minute it wasn't really what I wanted to focus on. I wasn't fucking committed, and that's the thing, you see. These people, they get into the local fights, they're committed. People who go all the way through to a UFC, you have to be fucking committed, right? Conor McGregor, completely sliced his ankle in half. He is fucking committed. And really, you have to be fucking committed. And I became fucking committed, which is how I have hit my goals, right? But I wasn't always fucking committed. I was interested, I was overcommitted, and then I was committed. But in all of those things, you're not all in. There's a feeling and there is an energy to all in. There is an intention. Intention is manifestation. The minute you set a commitment, the universe has to follow through. It's like I saw it this week with somebody who came into my open week in the academy. She committed, she set that intention, and all of a sudden, like, things are happening around her that she's been waiting for a long time. You know, people reaching out and offering her work, something else popping up over here. Like, there is an energy, there is an energy to commitment and intention, and being fucking committed is the commitment with the intention. And so I want to tell you the 3 things that will take you from committed or even interested or overcommitted to fucking committed. And number 1 is that vision. Like, you have to see the vision like it's already happening now. And a lot of you will say, like, I visualize, you know, I've got the vision board, I've got my goal written down on my cork board, and I'm reading it every day. But that's not visualization. Like, that's not visioning. Like, visioning is actually being that energy as if it's already done. And like expanding the vision too, like seeing the impossible, being delusional. I'm sure 100 people thought that I was delusional when I remember walking into the kickboxing gym, actually not long after I'd given up the chance to fight for the title. You know, I'd done all the training, I'd gone hard. Like, I was in a physical mess, to be honest. I'd overtrained, you know. It's like my focus was all in the wrong place. I got signed off ill not to fight for this title, and then I sort of sat in that change, and I was like, Claire, where do you really want to be? And I realized it was in my business. I wanted to put myself all into my business. And a little bit after that, I actually signed up for my coaching mastermind for 2020. And I remember walking into the gym and telling my coach about this and how much I'd invested and what my big goal was. And he just sort of looked bemused, like he's like looking at me over the desk. I think he thought I'd lost my marbles completely, right? But you have got to see the vision as if you are delusional. The vision has to be delusional, and you have to feel what's at stake. Like, when you expand the vision and you start really seeing what it is you want to do, like from a soul goal place, not just from the place you can see through the lens of all of your limits, all of those limiting stories, all of those limiting beliefs. Like, when you take those glasses off and you see the big picture and you feel what is at stake, then that is your step 1 to becoming fucking committed, right? Step 2, you got to decide. You got to decide that you are the only person who is going to get you to where you want to be, right? You are, like, I went through this as well. This was my step 2. I am the source of my own abundance. It's like, I got to take these fucking, it was almost like the padding off, you know? It's like I was looking to all these different places to help me to get what I wanted. And then I realized it was only me that could get it. So number 2, you got to decide. There's only you. You come into this world alone. You fuck off out of this world alone. You got to do this yourself. You got to realize that it's within you. The power is within you, and you got to claw that power back from all the things that you've handed it over to. Claw that power back and say, this is on me. Decide. I am going to create this. And this is number 3. You got to trust that you can do it. You got to trust that you can do it. And if you don't trust, you got to find somebody that's going to hold that belief for you while you grow it yourself. You got to trust. You got to take a massive leap of faith, not on the program, not on the coach, on yourself, that you'll show up and you'll keep going even if you fall down. I kind of had this you know, delusion that as you go up in your business, as you go higher, things get easier, but it's not true. They get harder. They get harder, they get more complicated, you know, they can become frustrating. And actually now when I look back, I'm like, wow, it was kind of sweet sat there with that lack of success, you know. But that's the thing, right? You've got to keep picking yourself up. You've got to keep learning the lessons. You've got to keep growing. You've got to invest in yourself. So if you're failing down here, you know, if you're not trusting yourself here, you're never going to trust yourself up here. You've got to trust. You got to trust. And I've seen this with my Academy Open week this week. Like, you know, somebody asking me, you know, how do I get out the contract if I can't pay it? You can't, you don't, because you will. You know, you got to trust. You have got to trust. You've got to trust that you can do it. And that is step number 3 to becoming fucking committed, because the minute you put yourself on the line like that, you will show up. It's like the fight camp, right? It's like being in the UFC. You can't walk into that cage without showing up into that gym every single day, doing the work, pushing through the discomfort, doing things that you never thought were possible of yourself. You got to do that in your business. That's what it looks like to become fucking committed and succeed. And the thing is, like, don't do it alone, because that sucks. That absolutely sucks, right? You want to be doing it in a community of support. You want to be doing it with people around you who are on the same journey. You want to be doing it supported by somebody who's going to hand feed you the shortcuts, tell you the things that work instead of trial and erroring all the shit that doesn't. And also, you want to do it the way that I've learned to do it, and that is the easy way. And that means putting yourself in the best place for success. You know, like really working into connecting to yourself, right? Like when I got in the shower this morning, like the house was chaos this morning. Sunday morning, kids everywhere, stuff everywhere. I was trying to think about the week ahead. I do my CEO Sunday on a Sunday, and it was like I could literally just couldn't see the wood for the trees, right? 30 seconds in the shower, everything's clear. The to-do list has landed. The great ideas are springing up. I'm thinking about my reel. Like, you've got to create that space. You've got to create that space. How do we create that space? We do it through our rituals. We do it through our spiritual practice. We do it through our modalities that just give us the time to be instead of think. Because thinking doesn't create the best business ideas. Thinking doesn't create those quantum leaps in your income and your success. It's the space. It is the space within you where you tap into your greatness, you tap into that inner voice, you tap into the messages out here. The higher vision, that whole greater plan. You tap in when you're in coherence. The energy of the universe is coherent. You have to be in coherence. You have to be calm. You have to be focused. You have to be tapped in. So do it the easy way. Do it in a community. Do it with the right support, and do it listening to this in here instead of this up here, and tap into things to make that happen. The academy that I have set up, we have all of that in one place. It is the most unique offering that you are going to find out there if you're looking for a mastermind to support you in your business growth. And it's 10:39 New Zealand right now, PM. Way past my bedtime, but I wanted to jump on and say, if you're fucking committed, if you're ready to do those 3 things, set the vision, decide, and trust that you can actually create the success that you want to jump in on this academy. You want to take me up on the discovery call that I have open until midnight tonight. All you have to do is DM me. DM me and find out about what is on offer and how it can help you, how it can help you to hit your goals. 10:40 now, just ticked over, so we have got about an hour and 20 minutes left for you to book that call. DM me now, or drop into the comments where I'm going to leave the little apply link, and you can apply for the breakthrough call there. We always have a breakthrough on these calls, so it's worth your time whether you end up coming into the academy or not. But don't miss the opportunity to be part of something really exciting. We have had the most incredible week the last week. The open week was this experience of just trying everything out, testing things out, and it was just amazing. And the wins were there just in 1 week. Imagine what you can do across 6 months, committing to you, committing to your business, committing to your growth. Let's do this. Jump into the comments and click that link to apply, or do it the easy way and just DM me now. Hope you have a good evening, and speak to you soon. Bye-bye.